Yeah.
I'm just conscious about the other people in the pub.
What?
I know you're not bothered.
Well, I mean, it's like, I've taught myself and taught my hand on some amazing occasions over the years. I've stood in the middle of Berlin in front of the Brandenburg group, taught them myself. Yeah.
I think it's the Waynecast are famous. Normally the ones that are like that.
We never started just for like my mates and that were living around the world, different place, you know. We weren't in contact, so it was just my way of like, staying in contact. So I knew what I was doing and taking the piss. But people who watch it now don't realise that I do take the piss, and they think they're serious. They're not, you know.
Like the time when you said that I gave you the virus.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Not even funny.
Nah, we know who gave it to you though. We shall remain nameless. I still think we should kick him out the fucking window personally. What?
Scott. Tosser.
Yeah. Came infected. But yeah, it's so we're both over in Dublin. Although you're not in Dublin for very long now. You leave on
2 days.
Yeah. 2 days left, 3 months. And I've got another month left. So we can't tell you we're talking about doing that. I fuck off and on the offence. But it's stuff that's a bit different than what either one of us is known for. But yeah, I think it'll. Well, we know what it looks like. So we'll leave that section at that. I think. Yeah.
I can't believe that we just pretty much discussed that 3 months has gone like that.
I know.
And we're in the same pub we started in, actually.
It is. Exactly 3 months, yeah. So,
looking at a fish tank.
Yeah, the koi car. It still hasn't been washed. But, we should really give some advice to some of the younger guys starting out.
Don't.
Don't do it if you want to get rich.
Stay home, get a real job.
Yeah, because if you want to make money, 3D ain't the way to do it. You know, it's not a way to make a fortune. That's for certain. But I always say people who do the best at art are the ones that have to do it. They have a drive to do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't even know that they have the drive until they start. You know, and I think everybody's got their own reasons for starting out and whatever. But I think when you see kids paying a fortune to go to these bloody university courses to learn to be a game designer or be a 3D artist, you think, no, you don't need to do this. You know, granted, back in the Stone Age when we started, there weren't such things, but
yeah,
it's
horses for courses, isn't it? There's a whole industry, the whole industry's grown up.
There's an industry around it now. You know, I remember the days of like beer rates, little animated GIFs and stuff, and that was it, just about.
Yeah.
But now there's a whole bloody industry around it. And it's like everybody and his dog now has another side that's teaching or doing this or doing a course or whatever, which is great. But that's reached saturation point a long time ago. You know, it's like, say we say in the day, you don't do stuff like a DVD or a course to make money out of it. You do it because you want to help.
Yeah.
As a business, it's not going to earn you a lot of money.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been about for years. Is like just helping people get better at what they do rather than spending time doing it for money.
Well, exactly.
Probably what I should have done.
So I think there's a lot of misconceptions as well, because really, it's like people that sit in that end of the camera. It's interesting because we work completely different ways. So you'll all start with a really excellent topology, and sculpt from that. Where I'll just take anything, sculpt it, and then re-topologize it.
Which is completely the opposite end. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right.
But it's because it sort of illustrates to people as well that like who's right? Well, both and neither and everybody. There's loads of different ways of working.
It's not right or wrong. It's what's needed in production, isn't it?
Yeah, which is another thing I was going to say. You know, so if we look at the core of it though, even if you do like I do and doing re-topology, you should still be able to model properly, because if you can't really call yourself a 3D modeler or a digital sculptor if you can't throw some polygons together and some edge loops, and you can't understand the topology unless you know how to create it. You can look at as many little coloured charts and lines and breakdowns of things you like, but unless you're on the inside of that topology, you're always going to be pissing against the wind. You know, and in production, stuff you can get away with for your own stuff doesn't cut it anymore. You know, it's like, we've done some nightmare stuff over the last 3 months. You know, that, you'll see when it comes out. But we've caused the world polygon shortage.
You have?
Yeah, alright, it was like, what was the highest? Was it 140 million in the max viewport?
Something ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not a lover of polygons.
Yeah, we hate them now. But it is it's like what we were saying today about, well, we won't say what the cause of it was, because that's unfair, but we were on about that, this whole, we'll call it the poser type thing, where people, for whatever they'll generate some sort of bass mesh and then sculpt on it, it may look fucking amazing, but that does not make them a sculptor. Unless you can take nothing and create something, whatever it is up here that you've got, then you're not a sculptor. It's just join the dot. You're a detail guy, you know. There's no jobs for detail guys.
You compositing and making pictures.
Yeah.
Which is, I suppose, is a different type of art.
It is, but it's see, I've always said that it's equally art, no matter what the quality of it is. If you want to look at the baseline, it's like what sort of my son, your son might do. It's just as valuable as a piece of art. As
that's a massive conversation in itself, isn't it? So, what if you get into that argument about what is art, then you can say it on Twitter every day. There's, you can say digital art, full stop. There's not art. I've been seeing a couple of conversations in the last month.
Oh yeah.
Saying that they get a bit nasty. Then by those rules, then neither of us are artists.
Yeah, oh yeah. So, if you go by some rules, then we don't tick any of the boxes. Well, I'd like to think we tick at least all of them. But it's like, I think the 3D world at the moment is falling into, and that's done for a number of years, where the still matters. Yeah, if you're going for a job in post-production, the still's great and all that, but unless you can make the fucking thing move, and it's got good topology, and you understand the pipeline, it's as much use as the chocolate tea cozy. I think it's like what you're saying, like having a basic knowledge of nuke, a basic knowledge of lightning basics, it's sort of, now it's a must-have thing. Yeah. Where years ago you could get away with just sticking it in a viewport and saying, oh, isn't it nice?
That's probably one of the major things I've learned since being a screen team, is the ability, every single artist has all their 3D software and the compositing software open all the time.
You've got to, especially when you're lighting, you've absolutely got to. Because you've got to test things and make sure it looks nice before it gets to comp. Yeah. Or they come up and ask for a bazillion map passes.
But when your compers come up and see your 3D artist working with a nuke script of their own work, then it pushes everybody's boundaries.
Yeah. It means then they're going to do better than we're doing, because if we can do it in 10 minutes, then they should be able to do better in a day. I love that. Yeah. And they can. But it only stops laziness even thinking of setting in as well. I'm going to check how much time's on this bloody thing. Oh, it was 1 minute and 27 seconds. I'm going to cut them a little bit.
Well, you can talk to him while I nip to them.
Yeah. See you stuck, mate. BO, But yeah, I would say that if you're wanting to work professionally, don't just stick with being a sculptor or a creature designer or something like that, because you need to understand how it all fits together. You're the best designer in the world, but if you do not understand whether it's your anatomy or, ideally all of it, your topology, how it's going to affect animation, lighting, shading, how it's going to read your design, you're doomed to failure. Not everybody's good at everything, and I would say that try to be a generalist first and then pad that out. So, normally cut this and we'll record another bit later. It's recording.
I tell you what, that, in all seriousness, that virus that went through the studio, that was worse than I think anyone ever thought.
Oh yeah.
The amount of artists that got down with something.
For anybody who don't realise, this was like the bug that came from over the road that Glen sort of brought up, because he was on both sides of the road at the same time, and then it went everybody, and literally it knocked us all out. for about 40 hours minimum.
Plus friends and family.
Yeah, because like you know, we were going back home and yeah, we just infected everybody we know. No, she really popular.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that was we lost a lot of time on that. You know, it's like the end. I think the end of any project, people's bodies are running low anyway. But when you've got a bug going around,
yeah, takes it out of you.
It's like in a way, yeah, it was a really. I'll see it on camera. It was a really fucking insane stupid thing. Scott coming in. His first day, was that
with flu.
Yeah, he should have at least held off 2 years. You know, if it had been me, I would have fucking hit him personally. Because it's just, yeah, you do occasionally need to slap somebody.
Might not have been him.
Yeah, might not be. Somebody could have given it him. Yeah.
Could have been a random one.
This all out, you know. I'd be filming it. Bleep names out. With big things on the other side.
I don't swear, so it's well, not fucking often.
Exactly. That's all the time.
I get bollocked when I go back home swearing. My little boy says, "You're not in Ireland now. You're not in Ireland now."
Oh, I've had that off the cat as well. Yeah, I have noticed that I'm swearing a lot more. Yeah. I didn't think that was possible, but it is. Yeah.
I was amazed with how many women swear in Ireland, which is like pretty much all of them. So,
yeah, it is.
And you do revert back to swearing. I'm swearing a lot more. Yeah. We should write a list, like we said earlier, of what you've learnt in Ireland, and then compile it.
How to drink?
Drink, obviously.
How to cope with hangovers?
Not so much for me. I've kept off the hangovers, so.
I've been busy looking after me.
Yeah.
How to handle crazy Bulgarians?
Bulgarians, definitely.
How to offend Germans?
Bulgarians.
By accident, when not talking about the war.
Yeah.
Just by talking religion, yeah. Accidentally. Yeah.
Germans are ace. Bulgarians are ace, actually.
Actually, they're all great, yeah.
Italians are ace.
Yeah.
So. It's like the United fucking Nations in there.
You know, that's exactly what I said in one of the previous videos. It's like United fucking Nations.
Which is ace, really.
It's great because like it's not like everybody's from like the same place, but a couple of 100 miles down the road.
Yeah.
We've got vast life experiences all over the place. And there's always something new to pick up. Just from a life point of view.
Life experience.
Yeah.
In different countries is fantastic.
I think as well, it's what's good from anybody in production is the fact that you pick up so much as well from a skill level.
Yeah.
You'll pick up things you don't even realise that you don't know, or that you need to know. And suddenly it's like, oh yeah, that's really cool. You know, it's like, look at...
So I've learned in 12 weeks, switch back to Macs, which I haven't used since the 90s. Had a night with John learning V-Ray formats, which is converted back to Cinema 4D nicely. Taught me to relight in Cinema. I've learned how to the understanding of where Nuke sits in the workflow instead of After Effects.
How to work while singing.
How to work while singing. How to play the ukulele. That's actually probably my best fucking skill thinking about it. That's probably the thing I've done best.
That's the one that will stick me up to the 90s, playing the ukulele.
Ukulele, yeah. What else have I learned? Have I learned anything else?
We're all good restaurants, though.
Yeah. Market day.
Oh, market day, Thursday, Friday.
3 cheese Philly steak on market day.
And market day tomorrow.
Is it? Was it today? When's it? Fucking
excellent.
Market
awesome.
Day. No, that is.
Yeah,
that's probably one of the
you're in
best
Dublin,
things.
seriously, go down the food market down by the canal. You will not regret it.
What else have I learned?
How annoying that can be.
No, actually, no. That's fucking weird. Actually.
Stop lying.
I always thought you were fucking annoying, but no, you're not, which is strange. That's, I suppose I better do a Waynecast on my own to describe what it's like working with him, which is great actually. So
I'm surprised at myself.
Can't fault the guy. Can't fault the guy.
Well, we always work well together anyway.
Yeah,
because we got, you know, some people don't realise we've got a long history of working together over the years. You know.
Yeah, but always remote though.
Yeah. So you know, a few people again, people.
I want to work with. Right. This is an open list of who I want to work with, and then it's your turn. So I want to work with, in this order, Scott Spencer, who I met in LA, and I want to get back and work with him or for him, depending on what level he is down in Weta. I want to work with Meets Myers, who again met in LA. I want to work with Bay,
Yeah, that's a big one, isn't it? Yeah.
Just to grab some of his skill level. I want to work with Martin Croft.
Yeah.
Don't even know where he is or what he's doing. I want to work with...
That's a good question. Where is he at the moment?
Not spoke to him for a while. Skype or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to work with Dave Cardwell.
Yeah.
Who I've not seen since the beta days.
I've worked with Dave, and it is I'll say it's a very positive thing.
I'm trying to think who else is on my list to work with.
So you know, they lead. Well, if you work with, you know, people like, well, yeah, I know fine well you're going to say, well, Terra Whitlash for a start, because
yes, of course, yeah.
That's
thinking more 2D, yeah, God,
yeah, 2D. That's good shit, you know. But good shit. But it's well thought out as well. But yeah, I agree with nearly all your list, yeah.
I'm trying to think, there must be more. There's loads.
Oh, there's shadowly more, yeah. But see, I would also, from another point of view, and he's a name that he missed out, Neil Blevins.
Yeah.
Now, Neil's always put out, his personal stuff is always unique. And it'll be interesting to see what happens if you throw sort of us into that equation and see what the fuck comes out. You know, is it something good or is it just, you know?
I need to do some personal stuff. I need to...
You and me, well, I've done it for, what, it'll be 7-8 months.
Yeah.
There's anything for me. But I'm looking forward to that when I get back.
Yeah.
See, I've still got that fucking clear along the flat, I haven't opened yet. But incidentally, I would say anybody who's, if you want a sculpt, then you should, doesn't matter if it's clear, fucking blue tap, plasticine, clear door, like, get an idea of form. But if you get a big lump of clear, right, and you say, you know what, I'm going to detail this, it's not like shit, innit? You've got to make sure you've got your forms there. It teaches you about the form, but you've got no choice. It's not like, let's load the head up and detail it.
I got a load of that fuse wax last 2 years ago. And after it, I love sculpting.
Oh, that was the stuff that took the bloody finger ends off me, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you got to,
I couldn't
at
grip the
room
bloody cup for
temperature,
2
it's rock
days.
solid, and you got to heat it up to use it, which is... I've always been a fan of sculpting, but fuse was one of them interesting products.
See, I was going to say,
there's a few different ones. There's 360 and before that there was Chavant, which is what I know you like.
Yeah, I was going to say I prefer something harder, but then thought better of that. Yeah,
maybe not.
That's going to end up as a bloody gift.
I've got 25 kilos of raw clay in like a storage bin.
You know what you want to do? A really fucking huge.
Well, I did a gorilla that was like...
Oh yeah, you've seen, the big one, yeah.
That's on the studio wall in Birmingham somewhere.
What, 1 minute and 16 seconds?
1 minute and 16 seconds.
Which we're probably going to wait for. Fish! That's what Danny would say. But yeah.
I need to lose some weight. That's what Dublin's done to me, it's put the weight on.
Well, I lost it and I put it back on again. It's bizarre.
Well, I lost a load with being ill for those few days, but it took about a stone, I think.
I put it on when I was ill, though. It's weird.
Which took about a week to put back on.
But, yeah. There you go. See, we said we would do this for bloody more years than we count, so yeah, there's a video, right? We're both here. You can see it in the video and we'll know what to say. So we're going to get drunk now. Bye-bye.
Z-Rush or my box. No, turn out.
Well, I think personally it's...
Not at finishing the first.
Is this... The autofocus is fucked up, man. Let's go to manual.
Progression from civilized.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if you look at this now, right? The focus is off, right? It's going to be blurry vision, right? And I don't know how to fuck to fix it. And,
Should I ask Sarah to come?
Yeah, go on, man.
Tell her it's going to be a long session.
All the way to Sunday.
Well, yeah.
I'm not doing any work tomorrow. So
we're on the. See, this is now at the start of the wind-up party because Glenn goes Saturday, Giacomo's going Saturday. Then it'll be just one day. Whoosh, we're all gone.
I'm doing fuck all unless someone shouts at me, and if they shout at me, I'll
the only shouting you'll hear is tomorrow night. It'll be drink. Fuck off, cup.
Are you recording?
I think so. Yeah, there's a red light on. That could mean anything. It could mean anything. Let's face it, right? But yeah, but the Guinness is different here, though, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
It's like, yeah, Guinness. I can't fucking see what the hell's going on.
Corona.
It's went on the little fucking viewfinder instead of the back. Oh, fuck it. Yeah.
When do you finish, Yanko? Last year's before, but I mean, like mid-March.
When did I? When
did you finish?
I don't really know. I guess it's now this Friday. Nobody told me.
So you've given your flat out from this Friday?
No. To the 10th of March.
Right. So you're around the 10th of March. Right. That's all right.
I will probably stay for St. Patrick's Day. I'm not sure.
What date's that?
17th.
17th? Oh, that's all right, because I'll be back. Because I'm back at night time, or the afternoon then, because I'm going to be back on the 14th, 15th, 16th, and more than 17th for Emily's birthday. But oh yeah, that'll work. Yeah.
Back there or back here?
Back home, and for Emily's birthday, and then I'm back on the Sunday afternoon, I think it is. So yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Because I'll be staying sober.
I need to come back. I need to work that weekend now so I can be here.
Right, you see that, right? That's the evidence. See that again?
I will come back for Paddy's Day.
There you go.
I can get out of work.
Right, I think we need to say a proper goodbye because the last day it's like we've got three of us. Let's see, Yanko, say goodbye.
Goodbye, see you next time.
Say goodbye, Glen.
Dzień dobry.
Fuck off.
Not at finishing the first.
Is this fucking the autofocus is fucked up, man. Fuck it, let's go to manual.
Progression from civilized.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if you look at this now, right? The focus is off, right? It's gonna be blurry vision, right? And I've got to know how to fucking fix it. And, yeah.
Should I ask Sarah to come?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, man.
Tell her it's going to be a long session.
All the way to Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any work tomorrow. So okay.
We're on the. See, this is now at the start of the wind-up party because Glen goes Saturday, Jama's going Saturday. Then it'll be just one day. Whoosh, we're all gone.
I'm doing fuck all unless someone shouts at me. And if they shout at me, I'll
the only shouting you'll hear is tomorrow night. It'll be drink.
Drink.
Fuck off, cup.
Are you recording?
I think so. Yeah, there's a red light on. That could mean anything. It could mean anything. Let's face it, right? But yeah, but the Guinness is different here, though, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
It's like, yeah, Guinness. I can't fucking see what the hell's going on.
Corona.
It's went on the little fucking viewfinder instead of the back. Oh, fuck it. Yeah.
When do you finish, Yanko? Last year's before, but I mean, like mid-March.
When did I? When did you finish? I don't really know. I guess it's now this Friday. Nobody told me.
So you've given your flat out from this Friday?
No. To the 10th of March.
Right. So you're around the 10th of March. Right. That's all right.
I will probably stay for St. Patrick's Day. I'm not sure.
What date's that?
17th.
17th? Oh, that's all right because I'll be back. Because I'm back at night time, or the afternoon then, because I'm going to be back on the 14th, 15th, 16th, and more than 17th for Emily's birthday. But oh yeah, that'll work. Yeah.
Back there or back here?
Back home, and for Emily's birthday, and then I'm back on the Sunday afternoon, I think it is. So yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Because I'll be staying sober.
I need to come back. I need to work that weekend now so I can be here.
Right, you see that, right? That's the evidence. See that again?
I will come back for Paddy's Day.
There you go.
I can get out of work.
Right, I think we need to say a proper goodbye because the last day it's like we've got three of us. Let's see, Yanko, say goodbye.
Goodbye, see you next time.
Say goodbye, Glen.
Dzień dobry.
Fuck off.
Give us some AC/DC. Smoke on the water.